I really like this Magic Piano app. This isn't a free app. This is 99 cents. But the only reason I really like this is because you can go into the songbook here, and you can pick any of these relatively famous songs, and you can play them, and it's like this kind of format, the kind of like a Guitar Hero type thing, where the stuff falls down and you can click them, and you can sound like a professional when you actually don't know anything. Well, anyways, that's pretty cool. I was using USA Today for my news app, and it was alright, but I found one that was much better than that, so I've since not really used this that much. I mean, this is a cool application that has a lot of information with it, and you can go into different sections of USA Today by clicking on here. You can see the money section, and on the side you'll be able to see stocks and markets and stuff, but right now that's not available yet. It says coming soon with an upcoming update. The news app that I've since used in place of USA Today is the AP News app, the Associated Press. I really like this one because of the layout. I like how all these little news clippings are arranged on the bottom of the page, and you just scroll to the side to see different news headlines, and then if you want to read more about it, you click on it and it pops up this little kind of sketch page type thing where you can obviously read the article. Then you have options on the side here where you can, I guess you can tweet it, Facebook it, download it, or I mean save it. You can change the I guess you can change the font size. So I just thought that was really cool. And here you got the pictures, really cool picture layout. Scroll to the side to see more pictures associated with the article. You can X out of that, and got a little ad here, but that's alright. So yeah, that's pretty much the only reason I like it. Just it's a cool layout. Go to sports, different news sections. Another app that I really like is the Elements app. It's basically a very detailed, awesome looking element table for the iPad. Now I have to be honest, I really have absolutely no use for it, so it's basically a waste of $14 to me, but it's really just a cool, awesome app. You click on any of the elements in the table that you'd like to see. Let's click on copper, and you'll see a kind of a rotating display of the element copper. I guess it's in a chain here, but to see more information about it, here you can see little details about it: the atomic weight, density, melting point, and it shows a little graph of the temperatures for the solid state, liquid state, gas state, and whatnot. To get more information about it, you click here, and then you have these little you have this description of copper and what it's used for and how it's produced and whatnot. And then you have these little images which are products made from copper. And what's really cool about it is that each one of these images is kind of on an axis, so you can actually rotate each one 360 degrees and kind of view them that way, which is really cool. Kind of get them all going at the same time, and then to get a better detail shot of an individual one, you just double tap it and it'll bring it up by itself. Okay, so another application I really like is the Zinio magazine application. Now, if you've never heard of Zinio, they basically distribute online versions of popular magazines. They have thousands of different magazines you can choose from, and they're relatively cheap. Most of them are about $10 a year for a subscription. And this app allows you to access your subscriptions through the iPad, and it kind of renders it really nicely. So here we can go to the library and see all of my subscriptions. just click on a particular magazine. Then you have the ability to, swipe left and right to go further through the magazine. Down here you have a little bar where you can slide through and select a particular page. Kind of look at the pages in a grid view to get a preview of each one. This is just a really cool app if you have a Zinio subscription. Otherwise, you'd have no use for it, obviously. You could also go on the side here and search for magazines that you have by the date. You could search by the month and by the year. So that's pretty cool, and it allows you to access their shop through here also. Probably my favorite game on the iPad is the Plants vs. Zombies app. I don't know if you've ever heard of Plants vs. Zombies. I hadn't until about a week ago. But this game is awesome, and especially on the iPad when you can use your fingers and whatnot to control everything. So basically the premise of the game is the zombies here want to inhabit, or not inhabit, but get to your house and eat your brains. So your objective is to take these certain plants and plant them to kind of inhibit and keep off the zombies from reaching your house. And it's just a really cool game. You got different plants that do different things. Some shoot peas, some shoot frozen peas which freeze the zombies. And then these little suns are like your money, which allow you to buy different things. You could buy a nut which will slow the zombie down because he stops and eats it. It's just a cool, game, fun to play. Okay, another cool game for the iPad is the Scrabble game. Now both Plants vs. Zombies and the Scrabble game are $10 games, but I think they're worth it in my opinion. Now this one is cool because it gives you a few options of how you want to play. You can play versus the computer. You can play versus Facebook friends online. You could play versus somebody else with another iPad over your local network. You can pass and play, so you can play multiple players using the one iPad by just passing it for each turn. But then probably the coolest way to play is party play, and that'll use a single iPad as the main Scrabble board, but then each individual player will have an iPod Touch, and they're in sync with the iPad in that on the iPod Touch each player gets to see their individual letters, and then when they're creating a word, they'll take the letters they want from the iPod and they'll flick them up, and then they'll show up on the iPad, and then they can use them to make whatever word they want on the board. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that's basically the Scrabble. Obviously it's just regular Scrabble. It has a built-in dictionary where it'll check words to make sure they're valid and whatnot, but that's kind of expected. So yeah, that's basically it. I really enjoy the iPad. I think it's an awesome product. I like how the battery lasts very long. On this one I can definitely notice a kind of a cutback in the battery life compared to the Wi-Fi version, because this one's also using the cell to obviously search for 3G, and I think I turned it off, but I think it still uses some power because I think the GPS is always on. So that's one thing to be aware of. I mean, it's nothing spectacular. I mean, it's just slightly more drainage on this model over a Wi-Fi model. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I encourage you to buy an iPad. Pretty cool product. Alright, thanks for watching.